guys, I just tried making a video doing a Rathalos upquest on my own, and it was just honestly infuriating, so I stopped. I didn't record it, I just, I didn't, yeah, I just gave up on that. We're gonna, get some coming today. We're gonna go ahead and do some gathering. It's just gonna be a gathering video, nice and chill. Namely because things before this have been a bit stressful. I just want to do something chill. Also because I also need to collect some stuff. Frost Islands, Sandy Plains, Lava Caverns, and the Shrine Ruins. I don't remember which one this one was. So we'll go and do this one. Sure. So, I've already eaten them. Okay. So we're just gonna go ahead and collect some stuff, because in the last quest I discovered that I'd run out of honey. So today's literally just going to be going around collecting some stuff, but have a little chat as we collect. So, how have things been? You're doing okay? Hope things in your life have been nice, chilled. Yeah, just hope things have been pretty good for you. Life's in the world even is in a real rough kind of place right now, and sometimes just a relaxing video can help alleviate some of that stress, even if it's for only a short while. And that's what I hope to be able to do, you know. It's really why I do this stuff. It's because I just want to provide some kind of solace. Not really for any other reason. Obviously I enjoy it, that is a reason. But like, I think I've seen this fairly often, but I've never really had any kind of like intent to make anything of this, you know, in as much as didn't come into it with any kind of like specific intent. I just wanted to have some fun making some videos, but also provide something if anyone needs it, you know, in terms of just something that help them relax. And even if it helps one person, it's worth it, I guess. I don't know, is that like cringe? Or like arrogant? I don't know. It's not intended to be, I guess. I really need honey more than anything. But yeah, I'm just gonna collect what I can. Oh. I think the controls for this dog, they're not bad, but it doesn't feel very responsive sometimes. I should do more videos of just like this, really. More relaxing ones where I'm not doing a big hunt. At the point of recording this, none of them have come out yet, so I don't know what the reception will be, if anyone will even like it. But again, I guess I'm playing it, so I thought I might as well do it at the same time. I have definitely found myself getting sweatier at this, like getting frustrated when things don't work out how I want them to, which is why I'm not using the footage from the last one, because I just found myself getting frustrated, and I don't want to say necessarily angry, but like quite a heated frustration. Like, it's just that build up of like, why? And that's not the energy that I want on this channel, you know. Like, if it's in a funny way, if it's like funny, that's different. But it wasn't funny, it wasn't casual, and you know, that's on me. It's my responsibility to deal with those sorts of feelings. And I also, you know, don't want that to be a representation of me. I don't want that to be the sort of thing that represents me. So, yeah. I think that is applicable to everything in life, you know. If you're, first of all, if you're not enjoying something, don't do it. No, I do enjoy this game, but there are times it frustrates me. But at the same time, I know that it's unnecessary, and I should just, like, not let that bother me. Yeah. I feel like there was a point in what I was trying to say there, but I don't know if it was articulated very well. Yeah, I guess I'm just trying to say, like, sometimes, you know, we will feel a certain way about things, get frustrated at something that we might enjoy. Maybe, you know, if it doesn't bring you any joy, then don't do it. Obviously, that's not a completely well-rounded statement. It doesn't work for everything, it's not applicable to everything. Sometimes we have to do things like work. We don't enjoy that. It brings us stress, but sadly sometimes we don't have a choice, and that's the sad reality of that. But for things that you do have that control over, there is enough in life to stress about without creating stuff for you. And if it does stress you, and you know that, like, you're overthinking it, it's about shifting that perspective and going, okay, that frustrates me, but why is it frustrating me, and am I like overreacting to it, or am I overthinking it? And sometimes the things that are, you know, stressing you out, when you reframe it, you can like shift your perspective on it. Which is kind of how I feel about this. Like, I come away from it and go, okay, I'm going to step away and try and reframe how I think about it. And go, well, I play it because I enjoy it, it's a fun game. There's like an outlet for me. But I also need to acknowledge that if it is going to get me, if I'm clearly not in a mental space to really deal with the stresses that it brings, because sometimes the stress comes, it creates like a sense of achievement when you do something, and sometimes you can go, alright, well, that's worth it, like that just then, you know, there was a little twinge in my chest of like, why did it do that? But like, okay, it's just going to add a few seconds of extra time to what I'm doing here. Okay, does that mean that how I'm feeling is not relevant or something? No, not necessarily, but at the same time, like, just because I can justify being annoyed at something doesn't mean that I should sit in that feeling. I don't know, maybe that is just like a nonsense statement. Maybe I'm not really saying anything of value, but that's just something that's been crossing my mind. Don't add more negativity than you need in your life. And sometimes if you are stressed about something like this, like what I'm describing here, if you can laugh about it and kind of joke, maybe that'll help, like going, oh for fuck's sake, I just got carted again. And I do think that can be applied to things in real life, like not outside of just playing a video game. It can be stuff to do with, with life, things that it's thrown at you. Oh, what is that one? Oh, that's the... I can't remember the name of the monster. I'll collect all the latch berries that I can. So was that real advice? Or was it just a pile of garbage? Who knows? I'd like to think that it meant something to someone, but who's to say really? So many herbs here, I'm not getting any of them. Or web. It's good for pitfall traps, to make some nets, I believe it is. Right, I want to get the honey here. Oh, we've maxed out on honey. So I'm going to jump down here. I'm going to go back to main camp, drop some of this stuff off, jump back out, just keep doing some collecting, some gathering. So when you do that, everything that's in your inventory gets dumped into the box where you keep all your supplies. So that's pretty cool. I probably could get rid of the potions as well and just dump potions in there. Oh, I should have eaten the food. That would make me pick up an extra bit of honey. But I suppose I'd already eaten. I do think that this game did need like a little there's like there's a tree in Rise. No, sorry, in Monster Hunter World that lets you grow certain items. And I do think this game would value and would benefit from having that, just because doing the gathering every time can be a bit annoying. But that said, that is part of the game, and honestly it gives me an excuse to just go on do some gathering, and it's a good chance to do like a more laid back ASMR where I'm kind of still playing the game, but it's not like super intense. So I guess there's a benefit. That's the silver lining. So change the perspective. Gives me more of a chance to chat with whoever is listening. I suppose I can't really say if anyone would ever watch this anymore, because even though there's a few of you that make it this far in, there are still a few of you that do make it this far in. So if you have made it this far, I think you should drop a little comment and let me know you've watched. I'd like to know who's been watching. You know, don't be shy. It doesn't have to be anything of like deep meaning or like I don't know, like meaningful substance. It can just be a little hello. You don't have to, obviously, but it's just nice to know. And who's been enjoying the vids? I know some of you have been commenting, and I imagine when this comes out, it's probably going to be a different audience than some of the other videos. But I don't know. Maybe maybe like a mixed bag of types of video. Oh, there's a monster piece down there. Might as well go and collect that. What's up there? Oh, what is up there, I wonder? Oh, what is this? Oh my gosh. Oh, these are the spirit bugs. Oh wow. Okay, well that's obviously just like a shortcut through here. That's pretty cool. Now I know that exists. When I've done that, I've done the expedition. There you go, another silver lining. So, the reason I kind of mentioned all of that, you know, about the other video and stuff, is that I just want to be kind of obvious, honest, and obvious as well. I want to be, you know, honest on there and be quite open about things like that, because I think a lot of stuff about what people deal with is kind of hidden behind a lot of facades sometimes. You know, I struggle with both frustration and anger sometimes, and I think, you know, that's a very, you know, it's not just, obviously, but it is a very male issue, dealing with, you know, anger, which stems a lot from social structures that have kind of built up the idea of maintaining emotion and not really releasing it or talking about issues, and so that builds up and becomes pented up inside, and then when it releases it tends to do so in aggression. And sometimes I catch myself, like when it came to that video, just kind of getting frustrated. Like I felt like I wanted to just kind of like be like, ah. And that was the moment I was like, why? Like, I'm not about to let myself feel this. I'm not allowed. You know, I'm not about to acknowledge that as a healthy way of dealing with how I'm feeling. Instead, I'm gonna just like step away and go, okay, it's time to check myself. I think, you know, if you're a man listening to this, there's nothing wrong with, you know, perhaps feeling that way, in as much as like it's a normal thing, it happens. But the issue comes with if you see that and then feel like, oh, there's nothing wrong with it, because at that point it becomes an issue and it becomes other people's problem. And it's important for us as men to, you know, recognise those things that we have issues with. And as I said, you know, anger issues and stuff like that aren't like only things that men have to deal with, but they do very commonly find themselves in the, I guess, like male orientated spaces, I guess. I hope that was articulated very well. I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to say that as human beings in general, if we have an issue, it's our job to acknowledge that and deal with it without making it everyone else's problem. It's okay to ask for help and support, but like just getting angry at something and then shouting at someone as a, whether conscious or not, way of releasing that frustration isn't healthy and it's not fair. And that's my TED talk. Thank you for coming. I really haven't got as much honey as I wanted to out of this this expedition. I think the last game, or more specifically, world, really hit it right with dealing with honey and stuff like that. Because, not honey, with the life tree thing, where you could grow stuff. Because I'm really feeling its absence right now. I'm going to go back down here and see if the honey down there's regrown or not. It probably hasn't by this point, but we'll see. Oh, there's some blast nut over there. Oh, it's blast toad. I think ivy and spiderweb is what makes I don't actually know what I was trying to say. That ivy and spiderweb makes the knitting, I think, which can be used for a pitfall trap. I hope I didn't bore some of you with that talk earlier, but I just think it's a good thing to talk about. I think if more men talk about it in an honest way, it kind of normalises it, so I try to be open and honest and talk about those things. Everyone should work at bettering themselves, whatever form that takes, to make the world a nicer, better place to live in. I know that in the future if I have a son, I want them to be able to have a very healthy life where they can, be honest about how they feel and not feel like they're being all pent up and angry and taking it out on the world. Because it's such a common thing, sadly. But it starts with you, it starts at home. There we are. Oh. Can't really get any more herbs. Gonna make any potions? I can't. There's not really many honey points on the map that I know of. Oh. I looked away from the screen for 2 seconds and I ran into a wall. Oh, another piece over here. I think we'll try and get up to about the half-hour point, and then we'll say farewell for the episode. or the video is not really episodic, so you know. If you're still watching at this point, I'd love to know if you've ever played Monster Hunter, and if you have, which was your favourite, what game, and what's your favourite monster? I'd say, I don't know, it's hard to say really in terms of the game, because I do enjoy this one. I think this is a lot of quality of life things, like I still don't know what it's called, the dog thing is a really convenient way to get around and interact and stuff. I like that the maps don't feel quite as big. But, you know, the things like the tree, the non-forced single-player missions, I prefer in world. Like, it feels like I know that the single player in this, like the village quests, they can be done pretty easily on your own, but that's not necessarily the point, I guess. Just some things I like, and I guess I don't ever want to say dislike, but certainly like acknowledge our. Wait, hold on. Isn't the triangle like to go up? I'm very confused. I thought triangle was to go up. Oh my gosh. Look at my stamina, it's awful. Alright. I think that's where we're gonna bring ourselves back to the main hub. So thank you very much for listening in today. I hope you have a